All right, you did it, you made it. After a full 30 days of digging in and learning, you have built an absolutely incredible foundation in networking. So in this session, we're going to do a quick flyby of the core concepts you've totally mastered, and then, this is the important part, we're going to map out your exciting next steps. Let's jump right in.
And you know what? You should be incredibly proud of yourself. Seriously. This isn't just about finishing some videos. This is about you gaining a real fundamental understanding of how our entire digital world is connected. Getting to this point is a huge deal, and it's the launchpad for everything that's about to come next.
So, before we look ahead, let's do a quick lightning round recap. Think of this as us checking out the powerful new toolkit you've built for yourself. These are the absolute pillars of your new expertise. It all starts right here, doesn't it? The IP address. It's basically the language of the network. Just like a street address for your house, it's that one-of-a-kind identifier for your computer, your phone, you name it, that lets data find its way home across this huge digital landscape.
And here's where it gets kind of cool. You actually have two addresses. Your private IP is just for your internal home network, all your devices talking to each other. But your public IP, that's your single identity to the rest of the internet. The little bit of magic that connects them is called NAT. Think of it like a receptionist at an office, making sure the mail from the outside world gets to the right person on the inside.
Can you imagine having to memorize a long string of numbers for every single website you visit? Yeah, no thanks. Luckily, we have DNS, the Internet's phone book. It's the unsung hero that translates easy, human-friendly names like Google.com into the IP addresses that computers actually understand. Simple, brilliant, and we literally couldn't live without it.
Have you ever stopped to wonder why connecting to a new Wi-Fi network just works? Like instantly? Well, you've got DHCP to thank for that. Instead of you having to manually type in a bunch of numbers, this protocol acts like a friendly concierge, automatically assigning a temporary address to your device. It's the silent engine that makes all of modern networking feel so seamless.
Okay, so we've covered how devices get their addresses. Now let's build on that. Let's move on to our next big idea. How does data actually travel across the network and, how do we keep it safe?
It all comes down to a trade-off. Think about it. When you're downloading a big file, you need every single piece to arrive, and arrive perfectly. That's TCP. It's super reliable, it double-checks its work. But when you're in a fast-paced online game or a video call, speed is everything. A tiny little dropped packet doesn't matter nearly as much as having low lag. That's where UDP comes in. Fast and efficient.
So how do we protect all this data? Well, your first line of defense is the firewall. The best way to think of it is as your network's digital bouncer or security guard. It stands at the main gate, checking the ID of every single piece of data trying to get in or out. Based on a set of rules, it decides who's on the list and who gets blocked. Absolutely fundamental. And that firewall is protecting you from a whole host of digital dangers. You're now equipped to understand what these threats really are. From nasty software like ransomware to full-on network assaults like DDoS attacks, and even the clever psychological tricks of phishing. Knowing your enemy is the first step to building a solid defense.
And hey, when things go wrong, because they always do, you now have a practical, hands-on toolkit. These 3 commands are the first ones any network pro reaches for. Can my computer even see the server? Ping it. Where exactly is the connection failing along the path? Use traceroute. Is the website name not working? NSLookup will tell you if it's a DNS problem.
All right, that was a fantastic recap. The foundation is solid. It's there. So now, let's shift our focus. We're moving from what you've learned to what you are going to do. This, right here, is where the real journey begins. This might be the single most important message I can give you. Theory gives you the map, right? But true skill, true expertise, is only built by doing. You've finished the textbook phase. Now it's time to get into the lab and start building, breaking, and fixing things for real.
So what does that action look like? We suggest a really clear 3-step game plan. First, go deeper with a certification like the CCNA. It's the industry gold standard. Second, and this is non-negotiable, practice in labs. Get your hands dirty. And third, use what you know as a springboard to expand into amazing fields like cybersecurity.
So how do you practice? You use the same exact tools the pros use. VMware lets you create entire virtual computers. Cisco's Packet Tracer lets you build and simulate huge corporate networks right on your laptop for free. And with Wireshark, you can literally see the data flying across your network. These tools are your new playground.
Let's just zoom out for a second here. This isn't just about learning a few technical skills. This is about unlocking a future.
The knowledge that you now have is the bedrock, the starting point for countless career paths in IT.
And let me be really clear about this. The foundation you just built is the key that unlocks that future. It's the prerequisite for becoming a network admin, a cloud engineer, a cybersecurity analyst, you name it. This isn't the end of your education. This is the powerful, official beginning of your career.
Just look at that number, 30, just 1 month. 1 month of focused effort is all it took to build this incredible launchpad for your future. Let that be proof to yourself you are 100% capable of learning complex things and achieving amazing goals when you commit to it.
So seriously, congratulations. Take a moment, breathe it in, appreciate the work you put in and the foundation you have successfully built for yourself. You absolutely earned this.
And so we end with this final thought. You're no longer just a learner. You're now a builder, a problem solver. You have the tools and you have the knowledge. So look at the world around you, at your job, in your community. What are you going to build? What will you secure? What is the next problem you are going to solve? The possibilities are truly endless.